Casey, are you
Sorry
there?
about that. Yes. Welcome, everyone, to the Over the Line podcast on the Degenerate Sports Network. It is episode 66, and it is time for college and NFL futures finally. It is time.
We are back.
We are back. We
That
are
off
just
season. Did the off season go by fast to anybody?
I'm not even gonna lie. I thought it went by pretty quick.
Yeah, I
Not
cannot
for
believe
me.
it's like time for futures already.
I was gone like all July, so
Yeah,
like July
same.
didn't really exist.
Same.
Which is like the best month to be gone from like paying attention
Yeah.
to football. Like that's like the month that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think it would have gone fast for me if I wasn't covering two fucking teams. Like Jake, the Steelers covering the Steelers sucks enough with the shit that they had going on this offseason, but covering the Dolphins also not great.
I feel like that makes it go by faster though. Like for me, it did because it was like literally it was the Super Bowl and then it's like the combine and then free agency and then the draft and then OTAs and then it was like 1 month and then all of a sudden it's training camp again.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Steelers, are you guys ready to cover Drew Aller for the next 15 years?
You know what? If I have to, if it's forced upon me because he's actually good.
Hey, I mean, if he plays like that, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah,
but I'm ready for them to just find a QB so that I don't have to like.
What's the word?
Like this Friday game is only Howard and Aller starting, so it's just going to be like a whole game of hot takes, pretty much.
Yeah,
is the word that did that game and like the clips we've been seeing reflect like what's actually happening?
Not really.
Or
I mean, he's had like a solid camp, but. Like,
it's just been really.
It's a lot of reactions for like he's still like a big project, you know. Like he's not like, and he's not going to play at all this year. So it's I don't know. Steelers fans just see a young QB like throw the ball well, and they just start like salivating.
They see a dude whose arm isn't fucking noodles, and they're like, "That's cool. That works for me."
Yeah,
yeah.
But wait, you said Drew Aller's inconsistent? No
way.
Right?
I will say he looks a whole lot less stupid throwing the ball.
His footwork is a lot better too. Like he doesn't get like happy feet. Like he just actually looks calm, which is good. But he played like practice squad guys for the fourth quarter. So I'm not putting much, you know.
Yeah.
But who would have thought that a pro style traditional pocket passer quarterback would look more comfortable in a NFL offense than a janky RPO college offense?
Fair enough.
That's a good point.
Like, who would have thought? If Drew Aller does pan out, though, I think the consensus needs to be that James Franklin should never be allowed near a top quarterback prospect ever again.
I've seen so much like in the week since that preseason game. In the week since that preseason game, I've seen so much James Franklin hate on my timeline. It's been hilarious.
As you should.
Yeah.
This man ruins quarterbacks.
But
fair enough.
One man's trash is another man's treasure, as they say. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the betting portion while everyone's here tonight. Dalton, why don't you go ahead and start your engines with your bets, please.
So we're at New Hampshire this week, short track. But the winner at New Hampshire, 2 out of the last 4 years, Christopher Bell. So that's who I'm betting this week to win.
The Dolphins wide receiver? Sorry.
Yep. Yes. Chris Bell, yeah.
How do you get off training camp for that?
So wait a minute, he's allowed to drive right now?
Anyway. Sorry, Coach. I can't play this week. I got a race in New Hampshire.
I got to go to New Hampshire and do some laps. Sorry.
So Bell outright is at plus 550. And then a guy who has been driving well, and a track like this usually goes well for him. Taking William Byron to finish top 5 at plus 160. And then winning manufacturer is Toyota at plus 120.
Nice.
Like it.
All right. So we are back after a 5-week summer vacation because they like to have 2 off seasons in the F1. But
what a perplexing sport to
in a lot of ways.
The cars need a break.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But the teams did get to upgrade their cars during that time, so it's a little bit more unpredictable.
Every time you talk to us, you say they upgrade the cars. What are they doing to the cars? What are they doing?
I don't. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know enough about like an F1 car to tell you exactly what they're doing to like fix what. But they get certain periods pretty much. Like whenever there's like there's a couple of 3-week breaks during the season, and then there's a 5-week break during summer. It's very like weirdly run. It's not really comparable to like any other sport. But during those breaks, they're allowed to like make upgrades, and when it's not one of those breaks, they can't. Like they can fix whatever issues they have, but they can't like add stuff to the car, and they get like a certain amount of stuff and has to make weight. I don't know all the specifics. I'm more of a casual F1 when it comes to like the actual cars themselves. But
right.
Yeah, but whenever that happens, it's a little more unpredictable because you just don't know who did what really.
Yeah.
But the McLaren was looking a lot better last time. It's kind of catching up to the Mercedes. And Lando Norris is coming off his first win, so I'm betting him again to win at plus 330. And then I have his teammate Oscar Piastri for a top 4 finish at plus 175. He's been mostly like finishing 7th, 6th-ish, but his car I think is going to be a lot faster, especially with some of the upgrades. And he's been around the top 4 a few times, so I think it's a pretty decent value. And then I have one parlay. Oh, my website stopped loading. There we go. So I have a double podium finish for Mercedes at plus 265 just because their car has been too good. Like even if they don't win, I think they can get 2nd and 3rd. And then a double top 10 finish for Racing Bulls, which is Red Bull's 2nd team. And that's at plus 150. And their 2 drivers are like literally 8th and 9th almost every single week. So I think plus 150 is pretty decent value for them to just both get top 10. But those 2 picks come out to plus 812. So Not that crazy, but
I can't wait to hear about the next upgrades in a couple of weeks. All right, Dalton, go ahead and tee us off with your next picks.
All right. Oh, that was good,
man. I'm just
you're on fire today.
I'm
feeling it right
now. Speaking of being a little on fire, back betting golf and hit my outright winner last week. Finally hit betting on Scotty.
It's the wait is over. Finally,
Scott.
Finally,
it's hilarious. Hold on, Dalton. It's hilarious because I feel like Jake and I and Shane have just been chasing Scotty to win, and then Dalton's been on vacation for a few weeks, and like all of a sudden he comes back.
It's like, oh, you guys like weren't hitting this?
Yeah, Scotty to win, and then we're like. We had like a whole segment where like,
I had
fuck
fucking
Scotty.
Rory McIlroy to win. Fuck him.
And
by
then
the way.
Dalton comes in. He's like, yeah, Scotty to win. Bang.
And you know what? We're going back to it this week. I think Scotty, now that he's gotten the monkey off his back, I think this is it. I think the rest of this like FedEx Cup, he is just gonna annihilate the field.
I'm gonna bet it.
And I'm taking Scotty at plus 305 to win outright. My top 10 pick, though, I think the only other guy that's playing well enough this year to like really even have a shot is Matt Fitzpatrick. I'm taking Fitzpatrick top 10 at plus 150. I really feel good about that value. And then I was just one player off last week on the 3 Kims parlay, top 20.
That's right.
So I'm keeping because Michael S. Kim did not play great, but I'm keeping the parlay pretty similar this week to finish top 20. Siwoo Kim, Tom Kim, and Sung Jae-im is
close
the main difference. So the All Korea, the good Korea top 20 parlay.
The good one.
The good Korea.
Which honestly sounds terrible, but then you think about it, you're right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like normally saying something like that would be not great, but you're correct in this situation.
Yes.
That's the right way to frame
So Kim, and M to all finish top 20.
Whoa.
Jake's under attack. Holy shit. Anyway.
That was hilarious.
That comes out to plus 520 for them to all finish top 20.
All right.
I have it on Twitter, and it just replayed the cat running across. It was so funny.
Yeah. See, since there's people over, me and the cat have just been banished to the bedroom.
Get the hell out.
So, yeah, he has energy right now. So, hopefully, he doesn't start talking here in a second.
Yeah. If he has anything good to say,
yeah, his pick might be better than mine.
If he has any futures, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll make sure to ask.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Something about him.
Yeah.
I'm going with the same logic as Dalton this week. I'm betting Scotty. Like this is a week that I pretty much was betting him throughout the year when he's the massive favorite like this, and it wasn't hitting. But I think now that he's won, kind of like Dalton said, I think the monkey will be off his back, and he'll. I think this should be another win. So I would feel really bad if I didn't bet him and then he won again. So I'm going to do it. And I'll also feel bad if I end up getting burned, but we'll see what happens. And then I have a 3-leg top 20 parlay with Maverick McNeely at minus 104, Ben Griffin at plus 105, and then Justin Rose at plus 120. And those three come out to plus 800.
Nice. Shane, you got any golf?
I abstained mostly because I had enough stuff that I had for the futures we're going to get into, and also because just I don't want to do it.
Gotcha. Well,
I'm good.
Let's get into baseball. Shane, you're due up. Jake, you're on deck.
Okay.
Wow, right, he's firing him off today.
Still on it. So, all right, let's see if Jake and I can compete for this one on this parlay. Of course, I have all the 9 games because there is no other way to go about it if you're going to do it. Starting with Cardinals minus 1.5 with McGreevy on the mound. Dalton, I think that you've told me in the past that that's a good bet. So I'm going with it.
He's probably one of their better pitchers. Now, keep in mind his ERA this year is 3.48, and he's 5-9 on the year.
I'll take it.
But that's one of the better pitchers for the Cardinals.
Fair enough. But I'll take Cardinals minus 1.5 plus 146. I got Guardians over the Giants minus 1.5 plus 125. Rays minus 1.5 plus 118. Braves minus 1.5 against, I believe it's the White Sox here. Yeah, plus 152. Mariners money line mostly because like they cannot do worse than whatever the fuck was going on. Was it yesterday? They lost 22-0.
Yeah.
They can't. I mean, you can't.
It was so bad that
you're muted if you have something you'd like to add to this conversation.
My bad. I saw the score of that yesterday, and then I watched like some of the highlights of it today, and it was like 3-0 in like the 6th inning. And then that's when they gave up 20 runs. Like it wasn't even a blowout for the whole game.
And I'm pretty sure it's the worst or tied for the worst scoreless loss since like 1899.
Julio Rodriguez caught a fly ball with the bases loaded and 1 out, and he thought the inning was over, so he turned around and
he's like, it must be over, right?
Yeah, he threw it in the stands with the bases loaded. So I think they gave him like 2 runs or something for that.
That's probably. Yeah, that's awesome. But I have the Mariners just trying to bounce back at plus 108. Royals minus 1.5 plus 160. It's because as much as I fucking hate the Royals, the Athletics are just bad. Jake knows this. Like I can't.
Yeah, can't really argue that.
Yeah, Yankees minus 1.5 with Garrett Cole on the mound at plus 138. Rangers minus 1.5 with DeGrom on the mound at plus 128, and finally Astros minus 1.5 at plus 116. All together is at plus 192,642. Pretty healthy.
Yeah,
I'd say that's
like
healthy.
that.
Yeah.
All right, Jake, what do you got?
I may have just gotten parlay mogged.
We talked about this.
Yeah,
I was afraid of that, so I had to make sure I showed up.
Yeah.
I also bet every game, so I gave it my best shot. I just went money line, so I took the Cards over the Reds at minus 115. Tampa Bay over Toronto at minus 175. Cleveland over San Francisco because San Francisco is horrible this year. Even though it's a minus 191, I didn't like the odds that much, but I'm just talking about the Giants. Milwaukee over Seattle at -131. I took Chicago over Atlanta at -105. Chicago's kind of lost a couple tough close games to the Cubs. I think they'll bounce back and they can get one against Atlanta. They've been pretty resilient this year. I did take the A's money line against Kansas City at +118 because I like the odds, and I also I know the A's are bad, but they lost the first 2 games of this series when they had the lead in the 9th inning. So they should be beating this team, and the Royals are not good. And Gage Jump is actually the only bright spot in the rotation, so I do think they steal one. I really hope they do because they're losing today, and a 4-game sweep from the Royals is a dark place to be.
Yeah, so. It's not good. It's I couldn't decide if my hatred for the Royals or my just disgust towards the A's was stronger, and I went with my disgust towards the A's after learning how bad they were for the last 3 months or whatever.
They're at the point where there's so many injuries on the team. Like none of the original starters, except for Lawrence Butler, is in the lineup. And so they're just trotting out guys that I've literally just never heard of.
That's tough.
They had an outfielder in the game yesterday, and I've never even heard of that guy in my life.
Also, the fact that Gage Jump is apparently the bright spot tells me that I have not been paying attention because I do not know who the fuck.
Well, he was a top 100 prospect. I think he was in the 40s or something. So he actually is a pretty good prospect.
Well, that's good. He's not hurt, I guess.
But, for now.
Whatever this is. Anyway,
I took New York over Baltimore at -123. Washington over Texas at +135 because I thought the odds were too good for a team playing Texas. I'm
pretty much just betting on DeGrom.
The whole AL West you could pretty much just bet against every parlay.
Seemingly,
And unfortunately, 2 of them are playing each other for the last game, so I did bet on Houston over the Angels at -193. Those 9 legs come out to plus 21,628.
Yeah, see, Jake did the thing where he doesn't bet on the run lines because he's a smart person. If he's going to do a 9-leg parlay, I did not do that for the most part. Yeah. So that's where the difference in odds comes from.
Yeah. So I got very parlay mugged because I only did 3 legs.
Well, you were fighting to lose.
Very parlay mugged.
Yeah.
You're smart Morgan right now.
Yeah, dude. Dalton's I'm going to just do 3 games because I'm not insane. And Jake and I are who can come out on top?
And I'm just doing money line here.
Okay.
So tomorrow's Cardinals-Reds game, it looks like it's bad on bad as far as pitching goes. I mean, McGreevy's technically second on the Cardinals in earned runs among their starters in ERA. At 3.48, he has the second best ERA in the 5-man rotation, which not great. The best ERA right in the lowest ERA in the starting rotation is Kyle Leahy with 3.24.
Good old Kyle.
Yeah.
So I don't know too much about what a really good ERA is, but
does anyone else hear a ticking sound? Or they did for a second there?
Yeah, I did for a second. I don't anymore.
Okay, me either. Maybe I'm just losing my mind.
Sorry, Dalton.
Is it me?
No, you're good.
No. Okay.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't hear it anymore, so I think
Okay.
We found the source of the mysterious ticking noise.
There it is. Yeah.
Oh wait. Snake. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
But anyways, Cardinals rotation bad, but Singer is on the mound for the Reds.
Yep.
And I don't think that's good. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah, he's either gonna give up 7 runs or he's gonna win.
Got it.
And he's more, and when you have those 2 options, he's more leaning giving up 7 runs.
This is a 5-9 pitcher against a 5-11 pitcher.
Yeah, he's got a.
That's the best scouting report for a pitcher ever.
Yeah, he's got a 4.5 ERA or something like that. He's not bad, but he's also
he
not
could
great.
give you a good game, but he's probably going to give you 7 runs.
Yeah, basically.
So I'm taking the Cardinals in that one money line, and then Blue Jays and Rays. I'm taking the Blue Jays with Shane Bieber on the mound. And then finally we got, I hate to do it, but I got to take the Yankees. with Garrett Cole on the mound against the Baltimore Orioles. Kind of have to do that. But those three parlay. So Cardinals, Blue Jays, and Yankees tomorrow, all to win. Parlay together at plus 711.
Nice.
Like that. Get
Slurpee
your
time?
Slurpees.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Slurpee time.
All right, I guess I'll go ahead and kick us off since I haven't given any picks yet.
Casey's like, I only did the good stuff. Forget
Yeah.
all that other noise.
Yeah. I was just
honestly,
here.
Respect.
Yeah. I'm just here so I don't get fined, but here we go.
There we go.
I'm going to go ahead and kick it off with some of my player futures for college football this year. My first one is for Heisman Trophy. I picked two guys. One of them was just a fun one where I hope this guy just goes off, and it's Jeremiah Smith at plus 1,400.
Oh,
What did you get it at?
Plus 1,400.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah.
Man,
And
you're telling me, hold on, you're telling me Casey
wants
Jeremiah Smith to win the
Well,
Heisman?
Hold on.
I don't believe it.
I can.
And then my next one, which is more realistic, I think, if all the hype that all these
Julian
professional
anyway.
no
Okay.
that all these media guys are putting on this team, and it's Dante Moore at plus 1,100 to win Heisman.
Okay.
I'll talk about Oregon here in a little bit, but those and then my last one, it's another Julian saying, but it's 3,750 regular season passing yards at plus 600. I think he had like 3,600 last year. So I think he is going to learn to not see as many ghosts and hear footsteps this much as this year. So I'm hoping those numbers can be bumped up another 150 yards. So we'll see. But I really like that value at plus 600. And then let me go ahead and get into the teams. Obviously, Ohio State to win it all, plus 600, just an obligatory one. I had to put it in there.
Yeah, I know.
My next one, this is three teams to make the playoffs, and this one can get a little wonky.
Okay.
The first one's a chalk pick. I have Georgia. I think they're just going to be a strong team in the SEC. I think they're still the top dogs, if you ask me, in the SEC. No pun intended. My next team, hopefully this doesn't burn me again. I'm going Clemson.
Oh, we're doing the Clemson thing.
Yeah,
again.
we're doing it again. We're doing it again. Clemson to make the college football playoffs.
Damn.
Something's just telling me.
I could see them being like
I
I
know. Something's just telling me.
A gritty 12 seed.
Something's just telling me. So Clemson, the ACC is just, who knows at this point.
I have two ACC teams making the playoff this year, and neither of them are Clemson.
I think I can guess
it's wide open.
I
mean, one.
Yeah, yeah.
There might be one that I'm thinking about.
I think I know the other one. And then my last team to make the playoffs. This is my sneaky one, Oklahoma. Great defense. I think that it'll be interesting to see how they look this year. This is my biggest one where I'm like, I'm going to take a shot on it. I think that they can be I like the defense this year. We'll see how Mateer is.
If Mateer is good and healthy, probably not a bad bet.
Yeah, I think that they can win enough games to scrape into the playoffs or win the conference somehow.
Last year, so.
Yeah. All right. And then I basically just took the big four conferences and picked a winner from each one.
Nice.
And then here we go. My SEC pick, I went with Texas. This one was hard. I wanted to go Georgia, but I think Texas will win it. BYU for the Big 12. Yeah, I'm kind of like hedging myself a little bit here. Hedging my bets here. Sorry,
hedging yourself. Whoa!
I said that at first, but then I was
what kind
like,
of podcast is this?
Yeah.
What kind of podcast is this?
Anyway.
Hedging my bets here. There we go. So BYU to win the Big 12. This one's not. Clemson to win the ACC. Oregon to win the Big 10. Only because of their schedule. I think that they have easier route in the regular season for a Big Ten school this year. It's not. I'm not saying it's going to be really easy, but they have a little bit of an easier schedule, I think, compared to others. So those four together, plus 135,815. I don't think I gave my to make the playoffs. That 3-pick Clemson, Oklahoma, Georgia is at plus 2,974. And that's it.
Nice.
All right. I like it. Clemson of it all, man. I don't know.
I know.
I'm not sure if I can get there, but
yeah,
I respect
it burnt me. It burnt me already before, so we'll see what happens.
Me too, man.
Yeah.
You remember. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, Clemson. Nope, never mind.
Yeah.
Immediately terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right. So I got I only just have the one player future, and it was Jeremiah Smith to win the Heisman at plus 1,400. I just like the value on that of all the Heisman picks.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way I looked at it. I mean, I think it could be any of the quarterbacks, but like there's just so many. I just feel like there's so much room for something to go wrong there. But I really like. I think Smith is the most sure thing in terms of production. So that's kind of why I'm betting him. And then I took two teams, not necessarily. These are just to make the playoffs. I bet these outright. I couldn't do it because it wouldn't let you do a 12-leg make the playoffs parlay, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I thought this was America.
I know, right?
Like, what the hell?
But
let me throw my money away.
I did find some good odds on a Group of 5 team to make the playoffs. My Group of 5 team to make the playoff is, I guess, Group of 6 now. Whatever. I don't know. Non-Power 4. UNLV at plus 1,000. Dan Mullen is back.
Dan
the man.
Oh God.
Dan's cooking at UNLV. And they're gonna win the Mountain West. Mostly because the only team that could also potentially win the Mountain West isn't allowed to. North Dakota State. Because they have a postseason ban, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Moving up from FC, right? I don't think they
can. I think they can still win the conference.
So
win the conference, they can't go to the playoff.
So I don't think they can go to the playoffs, but they can. I know that they can win the conference.
Gotcha.
Because you can bet them to win the conference.
Well, if UNLV can, I think they can get by North Dakota State, and if they can do that, I think that'll be a decent resume builder. Their one Power 4 game, they do have a Power 4 game on their schedule. It's Cal. That's very winnable. And I think if they go undefeated, I don't know if there's going to be another Group of 6 team that goes undefeated. I think JMU is going to be down a little bit. North Texas is going to be down a little bit. Navy plays Notre Dame, and also like Navy is going to lose to one of the American conference schools because they just will. Also, they only play 11 games in the regular season. They shouldn't be allowed in the playoff ever. But
there we go.
That's a whole other thing. But yeah, UNLV. Another team that I really think has a good path to the playoff this year is SMU. At plus 350. Yeah. I don't think they win the ACC. More on that in a second. But I do think they can go. They play Notre Dame this year, and I think they can either, if they beat Notre Dame, they basically get a freebie loss in the ACC, or if they lose to Notre Dame, if they just play Notre Dame competitively, which I think they can, all they got to do is run the table with the rest of their schedule, and like their non-conference games are UC Davis and Missouri State. In conference, they only play Florida State, Louisville, Boston College, Virginia, Cal, Syracuse, Virginia Tech, Wake Forest, and Stanford. Not a bad ACC schedule.
Jeez. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, it will certainly do it. Also, speaking of Notre Dame, just bet everything. I would. It's unfortunately the odds are so lousy on Notre Dame.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
But like, has anybody seen Notre Dame's schedule?
Yes.
And they want to get treated like a Big Ten or SEC school.
Well, that's why they don't have the postseason success anymore.
Yeah, because I mean they just beat up on ACC teams, and then they're playing 3 Big Ten teams this year.
Yeah,
3 Big Ten teams: Wisconsin, Michigan State, and Purdue.
Yeah,
the heavy hitters
gauntlet of the Big Ten.
Yeah, the heavy hitters of that conference.
SMU.
Once upon a time.
Yeah,
but
the SMU game is probably the 3rd toughest game on Notre Dame's schedule. Yeah. The 3 toughest games are a whole November game against Miami. They have to play at BYU in Provo, and then SMU is probably their next toughest game.
If that game, if this schedule was played in 1940, it would be like a fucking gauntlet. That would be a gauntlet. Yeah.
Hell, if that schedule was played in like 2012, it'd be kind of a gauntlet.
Yeah.
But no longer when it comes to Wisconsin and Michigan State.
Also, they're at home in November for the SMU game too. So they get a team from Florida and a team from Texas. They get them in South Bend in November.
Figures.
They'll be fine.
That's kind of nice. Yeah. But anyways, I did pick all 4 Power 4 conference winners. And I got Georgia to win the SEC at plus 260. They just seem like they're just always a team with the fewest question marks. Like, I know Georgia is going to go 11-1. Like, I just feel pretty confident about that. They're going to be in the SEC title game. Texas could implode. Texas A&M is you can't touch them. Alabama is kind of hot and cold right now as well. And then Ole Miss and LSU. Somehow both of those programs seem to have gotten like obliterated by Lane Kiffin.
They're in a domestic dispute right now. Those 2 schools.
They are in a domestic dispute.
Yeah,
they're both going to go like 9-3 this year, and their national championship game is going to be when they play.
Yeah.
If they play, I don't even know if they do or not, but I assume so.
For the betterment of the sport, they need to play.
Yeah.
Put it on the schedule.
And then in the Big 12, I'm taking BYU to win the Big 12 at plus 550. I don't trust Texas Tech to buy a conference championship 2 years in a row. They have to replace so much on the defense. Also, they sank so much money into Brendan Sorsby for him to not be able to play.
Funniest outcome of that whole thing.
Yeah.
Football said no.
It just pissed everybody off just for him to not play.
Yeah. And then BYU on the flip side is kind of one of the few programs that's still like actually like doing program building.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think
the Mormons folks tell you what.
Yeah.
It's their time.
Say what you want, but
gotta love that money.
They can build a community.
Yeah.
We'll say.
And they still are bringing in transfers. Like they brought in that Lyons, the tight end from USC, who's a stud. They're gonna be all right. And also Bear Bachmeier, low-key might be really good.
Yeah.
Sick football name as well.
Yes.
Don't forget that.
And jersey number.
Yeah. Buddy's finding a way to have aura despite everything telling you shouldn't.
Yeah.
And then I got Oregon to win the Big Ten at plus 240. It feels like Oregon's year. More on that in a second. And then Miami to win the ACC. I didn't bet that one outright because the odds aren't really great on it.
No.
But those 4 to all Oregon, Georgia, BYU, and Miami, if they all win their conference, that parlays together at plus 13,538. So that's healthy.
Yeah, it is.
And then my national championship winner is Oregon. That team is just so loaded. They have their entire front four is going to get drafted probably in the first 2 days of the draft, honestly.
From what I've heard, yes.
Yeah. And then loaded in the secondary as well. Probably going to have a couple first-round picks at corner. I think possibly. I think they have 2 guys. Watch out for Ifeanyi Badegwu. That's a name just to keep in the back of your head. And then they also have the best quarterback in the country, in Dante Moore.
Yeah, if Dan Lanning's going to do it, it has to be this year.
Yeah, this is their year.
I'm tired of saying that for him.
Yeah. Also, one of the better young wide receivers in the country, in Degenerate Moore.
Yeah.
Just a loaded team.
Jeremiah Johnson, I believe, still around at tight end. So
Jamari Johnson. That's for me to talk about why I don't get him.
Okay.
Is for another show.
Fair enough.
Okay.
All right. Anything else from college ranks, Dalton, before Jake goes here? All right, Jake, you're up. What do you got for us?
All right. I took my college futures a little bit lighter than my NFL stuff, but I also took Oregon for my national champion at plus 750. Yeah, hopefully I don't jinx it for Dalton, but I just think, kind of like he said, I think this team is just way too stacked. I put together a parlay or actually let me do my Heisman future first. I also had Jeremiah Smith at plus 1400 for the
Jeremiah
Heisman.
Smith better get it done, bro.
I just think that I didn't want to pick one of like the favorites, and I wanted something that would be more fun than just QB.
Right.
So Jeremiah Smith made a lot of sense there. And then I had a conference champion parlay. I did bet Sac State to win the MAC at plus 3,000. I am not putting it in my parlay.
Yeah, that's for you.
It's not going to happen. I'm just betting it because I can.
That's
for
the
first time. Yeah. But for my actual parlay, the odds on this are pretty insane.
Nice.
I actually am not sure if I'll be able to count them, but I have Miami winning the ACC at minus 146. I took Memphis to win the American Conference at plus 750. I kind of just like the odds on this.
Okay.
Kind of a vibes pick. Don't have much like analysis of a reason for that one.
Tigers, you know.
Yeah. I also went with BYU over Texas Tech at plus 550.
All right, we got Tigers and Cougars so far.
Yeah, sensing a theme here. And then I took Oregon to win the Big Ten at plus 240. Liberty to win Conference USA at plus 295. I did take a MAC bet to put my parlay aside from betting Sac State. I'm also betting Miami, Ohio at plus 300. Kind of wanted to have both Miamis in this parlay for shits and giggles. But I do think they're the best team in the MAC, which I've been trying to do a bit more research on than usual since my team is in it now.
Yeah, you got to know what you're up against, you know?
Yeah, I like either them or Toledo, but I think it'll probably be Miami. I'm betting North Dakota State in the Mountain West at plus 290. I think people are kind of going to sleep on them this year, but like I think their team last year probably could have been ranked at some point in the year. Like it was probably top 40 in the FBS in total, but I think it probably could have been ranked at some point. I mean, UNLV is good. I think New Mexico will be good, but I think North Dakota State is going to kind of surprise some people because they were just destroying FCS teams, and they should run through some of this conference. I kind of just like the value on them here. For the Pac-12, there's a sense I never thought I'd say, but I'm betting Boise State to win the Pac-12 at plus 160. Texas State in the Pac-12.
Hell yeah, dude.
To read on here.
I'm doing
I forgot they were
Texas
in the
State right now. College football 26.
Hell yeah.
I'm not buying the new games because they're bad. But college football 26 right now, Texas State. Let's just say we've won a couple natties.
That's what I'm talking about.
So
I completely forgot they joined the Pac-12.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went Georgia to win the SEC at plus 260, and then Old Dominion at plus 425 to win the Sun Belt. I wanted a little bit more of an upset in there.
Ooh, I love that actually.
Those 10 come out to plus 9,584,670.
Nice. And that's why we do it, folks.
That is why we do it. That might be the biggest parlay I've ever had.
That's awesome
on this. And I actually think my NFL future parlay might top it, but I'm not.
We'll get there.
I don't know.
Foreshadowing.
But Jake and I might have a battle yet to happen.
Yeah.
Fun fact about Old Dominion: their head coach is still former Penn. I think was Franklin's first offensive coordinator at Penn State, Ricky Ronnie.
Fun facts.
They've low key been like solid.
Yeah.
Actually,
I think they took didn't they take North Carolina to the brink?
Yes.
Last year.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Bill's a little washed, but still pretty good stuff. Any other college stuff, Jake?
No, that's it.
All right, let's get into it. I have a decent amount of stuff. I tried to save a lot of my effort for the NFL since I just feel better about my thoughts on that. But so I'll start with, I have 2 Heisman Trophy bets, one that is a little bit more chalky in terms of just the odds overall. And then I have one that's more just a personal thing for me that I'm going to kind of roll with and see what happens. So my actual, the pick I would try to make, and if I was trying to be accurate, Trinidad Chambliss at plus 1,500. I think if he is as good as he was last year for a full season, because he didn't start the season obviously with Ole Miss, he'll have a very good chance to have the production and enough winning at Ole Miss, even if they're a 9-3, 10-2 type of team, like Dalton kind of talked about. I think they can win enough, and he can be in the picture at the end enough to win the award if he puts up enough good statistics there. So take him at plus 1,500. And then this would be the ultimate, if this guy's even in contention, it means he either put up stupid numbers or that this team is a lot better than we all think it will be. Drew Messmaker at plus 6,500. I mean, a personal favorite of mine right now that I'm going to be monitoring throughout the season from a draft perspective. But also, we'll see if Oklahoma State can be North Texas and just kind of be that version of them, and then the FBS is that, or the higher level of FBS, I guess. So one of those two, if they win, would be very cool, honestly. Even though Chambliss probably shouldn't be playing, but that's besides the point because everyone can play now, so who cares?
Yeah.
I might be able to. I don't even know if it matters anymore. Who cares?
No.
So it's my Heisman bets. I'll do my championship winner right away, just because we're pretty much all in agreement except for Casey, of course. I have Oregon at plus 700. Kind of what everyone's already said. This is the year they're going to do it if they're going to do it. They have so much, not just obviously NFL talent isn't always the end all be all, but especially nowadays it feels like it plays a big part in it. And if Dante Moore is as good as he was last year with a little bit of an extra step, like Dalton said, he's the best quarterback in college football if that's the case. So I feel pretty good about them. And then I have a couple parlays here. One of them is going to be my conference championship winners. So just the Power 4 and then the new Pac-12 is what I have in mind. So it won't be as big as Jake's here. But I have Florida or Miami to win the ACC just because if they don't, what a disaster for Miami. I mean, come on. I guess I thought I might be not alone on this, but I know that everyone else would feel the same way. But I have BYU to win the Big 12. I don't trust Texas Tech at all at this point. Oregon to win the Big 10, obviously kind of had to pick them in that situation. I went San Diego State in the Pac-12 just because I didn't want to just pick Boise State because it felt too easy. I don't know if we should give it to them that easily. And then I did take Texas. I do think I hesitate to trust Texas for anything, but I do think that Arch will play well enough, and I think they're just so talented, especially they have two of the best players in college football on each side of the ball. That's just really nice to have, especially in the positions those guys play. So with Cam Coleman and Colin Simmons. So I'm excited to see what they could do this year. There's a chance it just doesn't work because it's Texas, but I think that they can get it done this year. Those all together is plus 32,955. So still pretty good, but not quite, 9 million or whatever Jake's was. So not quite as big there. I also have
I had to parlay Moggy back.
Yeah,
I had no choice.
He had to. Yeah. We'll see about when we get to the NFL. We'll see how that goes. But I also have two teams to make the college football playoff. BYU, I had to throw in because if I have them to win the Big 12, and the odds on them are actually not that it's pretty good to pick them to win at this point. And then Ole Miss, I threw in there because I think if Chambliss is a Heisman Trophy at least finalist or winner, like I have him picked out to be, I think Ole Miss sneaks in at least, even if it's not through winning the SEC. So those two together is a plus 802, so I'm not bad there. And then I have a couple team futures in terms of wins, like over-unders for wins in each of the Power 4 conferences. That I just thought would be a fun thing to throw in there. So I'll do the ACC first. Miami over 10.5 wins. And this is in the regular season, so I think that they'll probably drop a game somewhere. Maybe it'll be to Notre Dame, maybe it'll be someone else. But I think that they can finish 11-1 in the regular season. I have Virginia Tech over 6.5 wins. I don't think James Franklin is good at everything, but he is good at least elevating a program to a decent level. So I think that they can get over 6.5 wins this year. And then California over 6.5 wins, mostly just because I really like their quarterback, whose name I'm not going to try to say right now.
Yeah,
but I think he's very, very good, so that'll be fun. Those all three together is a plus 444. And then in the Big 12, I have BYU over 8.5 wins, which I mean, come on, like the fact it's over 8.5 is fascinating to me, but whatever. But we do this every year with BYU. They're always like, they're going to go 8-4, and it's like, okay, whatever. I have Oklahoma State over 6.5 wins because if I'm picking Drew Messmaker to be a Heisman finalist, I have to kind of throw them up there. And then Texas Tech under 10.5 wins. Again, I think that they fall below BYU in the pecking order there. Those three together is a plus 610. Moving over to the SEC, I have Ole Miss over 8.5 wins, Texas over 9.5 wins, and LSU over 8.5 wins. Even though I hate doing that, I do think, again, like Ole Miss and LSU will both be like 9-3, 10-2 type of teams that just disappoint at the end of the season, probably. Those three together is actually plus 1133, so a little bit higher odds on that one. And then finally, in the Big Ten, Oregon over 10.5 wins. Again, kind of have to do that with them if they're going to win the conference. Wisconsin under 6.5 wins. Fuck you, Luke Fickell. And then Northwestern over 5.5 wins. Aiden Child's supremacy. That's the only thing I have to say about that. And then those two together is a plus 654.
Nice.
That'll do it for college for me.
All right. That was college futures. Let's go ahead and get into the NFL. I'll go ahead and start off with my player futures here. Okay. Just have a couple. I have a quick one. Jamar Chase had the most receiving touchdowns after the first 3 weeks.
Just after the first 3 weeks?
Yeah. I don't know why that was. It was such a
futures on DraftKings.
They gave you like a 30% boost, so I picked that. It was at plus 900, and I boosted it to plus 1170. Yeah,
I was really one too like that.
Yeah, so
I do like it, but I'm like, wait a minute. What did you just say to me?
Yeah, it's a weird one, but I liked it, so I like the value on it as well. And then I have 4 tight ends. Their touchdown totals for the year.
I appreciate this tight end.
Yeah. Let's go. So I have Kittle over 5.5.
Okay.
Travis Kelce over 4.5.
Okay.
Dalton Kincaid over 3.5, and Sam Laporta over 4.5.
Okay.
All 4 of those together are plus 839. So nothing too crazy, but
I like that you did it with Kittle, but also like I worry about everyone who plays for that team.
I know. That's why
I'm sure you do too. So
yeah, I do. And I was almost just going to do like a touchdown like from anyone, and I was going to put Mike Evans in there, and I was like, no, let me not do that.
Yeah, don't tempt. Like Kittle's already hurt for now, so like you might as well just tempt fate with him, instead of Mike Evans.
So we'll see what happens. Then let me go ahead and get into my team futures. Obviously took the 49ers win the Super Bowl at plus 1900. Had to take it. And then I took the Bengals. I took an NFC and an AFC winner for the Super Bowl. So I took the Cincinnati Bengals at plus 2,000 to win the Super Bowl.
All right.
And then I have a conference winner parlay. I went with the Bengals for the AFC, and I went for the Rams for the NFC on this one. That one is at plus 4,343 or 343. Yeah, 343. Sorry. And then my last future here, I just went ahead and picked each conference winner, or not conference, but division winner. Yeah, so AFC East went with the Bills. New coach swag. Let's see what happens.
Half new coach swag.
Yeah, half new coach swag. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm heavy on the Bengals, and it's probably going to bite me in the ass. AFC North winner, Bengals. AFC South winner, Jacksonville Jaguars. I just think that it's going to take another step up here from last year. AFC West, Kansas City Chiefs are back. Yeah, I think that's going to happen. Over to the NFC, Giants, NFC East winner.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I cannot feel differently about that.
I took a shot with it. We'll see what happens.
I respect it.
I'm going to see what happens. I don't know why. I just don't like the Eagles. Jalen Hurts sucks to me right now. The Cowboys, who knows what's going to happen, and the Commanders, that's just 5, baby.
That's just 5.
And then for the NFC, so that conference is just a toss-up in my opinion. NFC North took the Chicago Bears, so that was another toss-up one for me. NFC South, chalky. I went the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
I had to. I wanted to take a swing. I wanted to take a swing, but I couldn't. And then the NFC West, I took the Rams. All 8 of those together at plus 660,540. And those are my NFL futures.
There you go.
All
right. So the fast futures that Case was talking about, I also had one of those. Mine is most touchdown passes after the first 3 weeks.
Okay.
It was at plus 850 and got boosted to 1105. I'm taking Dak Prescott.
I like it. I like that pick.
I like it.
In passing touchdowns. And it's worth the Cowboys' first 3 games. Play the Giants on Sunday Night Football. They play the Commanders and they play the Ravens. Not exactly a murderer's row of.
Well, we'll see about the Ravens, but the other 2, I can't imagine doing that.
I mean, the Ravens secondary though is
they're banged up, but the coaching is a lot better there right now. So we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
But I think
the other 2 though,
that game's probably gonna be a shootout, anyways.
Probably, realistically.
And I mean, Dak's still throwing to CeeDee Lamb and contract year George Pickens. So
keep that man in a contract year forever.
Once again.
Yeah. Jerry's kind of like, this is one of the few times where like Jerry's strategy of kick the can down the road is actually genius.
It might be. It might be. Certainly better than paying that man any amount of money. That's for forever. Like for a long time. We gotta figure that out at some point. But for now, I'm with it.
Yeah. So I got that pick, and then my other player futures. We've got I got rookie of the year picks. My defensive rookie of the year pick is Ruben Bain Jr. at plus 475. I just think that he's one of the few guys in a really good position to be successful. I don't think Sonny Styles is gonna do enough. I don't think he's gonna have enough ball production to win DROY. I mean, and then I think that's kind of the thing with Bain is he'll get sacks. And then my offensive rookie of the year pick, I'm taking Deshaun Stribling at plus 1,300. I think he's gonna actually get enough touches to win it, and I don't think
he might have to.
Quarterbacks are, and he's just kind of the perfect fit for what Shanahan wants to do. It just seems like, and they also have to justify how high they picked him. It all just kind of makes sense. He's gonna feast on the underneath stuff. It's kind of the main way Purdy's successful.
They literally just drafted Juwan Jennings. They gave him his number, and he's built just like
Juwan Jennings with a rocket strap to his
I
back
literally thought,
yeah.
like when I watched him in the preseason, I literally thought he was Juwan
Jennings.
Yeah. Like I literally made that exact mistake.
Yeah, and then my MVP pick, because he's throwing to CeeDee Lamb and contract year George Pickens, I'm taking Dak Prescott to win MVP at plus 1,400. I think the Cowboys, I mean, like that roster is pretty good, and if they go 12-5 and win the division, and Dak throws for 4,000 and 4,000 yards and has like 40 touchdown passes, he's gonna win MVP. And
probably, yeah.
Like a lot of the other quarterbacks have a lot of like roster questions right now or coming off of injuries. Dak's got the best sporting cast, and I think he's in a very winnable division. Speaking of which, my division winners. So I've got Cowboys to win the NFC East at plus 215. I got the Rams to win the NFC West at minus 105. They're just the most complete team, I think, right now in that division. I just don't trust the Seahawks. I don't trust another year of Sam Darnold and no Clint Kubiak. I just don't trust it yet. Everything else I know about Sam Darnold says to not trust it. Every other year I've seen him play. And then in the NFC South, I'm taking the Bucs at plus 170. I still think they're the best team in that division. I think, they nailed the Bane pick. And I think this is kind of their last hurrah. They re-signed Vay to like a 1-year deal. Like, I think this is kind of it. They're just seeing how far this thing can go.
Yeah.
And then I got the Bills to win the AFC East at plus 130. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed one for the NFC. In the NFC North, I got the Bears to win at plus 305. It's Caleb Williams time. I almost bet Caleb Williams to win MVP, but I don't know if I'm quite there yet. I think he might be a year away. But no, I think this Bears team's pretty good. And the NFC North is kind of a crapshoot anyways.
Yeah.
And then I got the Bills to win the AFC East, minus 136. I just don't really trust the Patriots to redo what they just did.
Yeah.
I think they're going to come back down to earth a little bit. I got the Broncos to win the AFC West at plus 225. Bo Nix has a slightly better sporting cast, and I just think that defense it's been so consistently good that I think it is becoming pretty repeatable. And I think, the offensive line is good enough that like they're going to continue having success. I was liking the Chargers, but already Tyler Biadasz, his ACL injury, they're already getting killed by injuries at the one place they can't have any injuries.
It's really remarkable, man. The Chargers, they're a sadness factory, bro. It's ridiculous.
The guy they brought in to fix like their biggest hole, or one of their biggest like holes on their offensive line, immediately tears
because for the second time for this team, a left guard throws him a defender into someone's knee and blows it out. Stop fucking doing that. We call that the Trevor Penning special. Get out of here. Anyway.
So bad. In the AFC North, sorry to say, I got the Ravens winning at minus 112. I got the Ravens winning the division. The Bengals just seem closer to blow it up time than winning the division. And Steelers are the Steelers. Browns are the Browns. Ravens, I think, are the only team I trust to win that division right now, even with a new head coach. And then I got the Jags to win the AFC South. I don't think the Texans' success is as repeatable. I think their defense relied a little more heavily on huge, like one, their defense like was so historically good last year. I just think like it's just not repeatable. And I just don't know about Stroud, and they have no help on that offense. That offensive line's still not that great. And
Jaden Higgins went down today with an ACL, which sucks.
Exactly. Yeah. They don't have enough weapons for him. And the Jags, I think I'm becoming a believer in Liam Cohen.
Yeah.
And then my last one is so those 8 picks. So Bills, Ravens, Jags, Broncos, Cowboys, Bears, Bucks, Rams to all win their division. That comes out to plus 247,577.
Nice.
So $1 bet.
That's
pays
healthy.
out over $2,000.
Hell yeah.
Very, very healthy.
And then finally, my AFC winner is the Broncos at plus 1025. I do think that they're just the most well-rounded team right now. I think this is going to be a year where they get there. Bo Nix is going to get himself paid to be mediocre. He's going to make 50. He's going to make $55 million a year to be slightly above average.
Yeah.
And then in the NFC, I'm taking the Rams at plus 295. That defense is just so good. Especially like I'm assuming Aaron Donald's going to be back.
Me too. And
I hate that.
That'll come up later.
Yeah, and it's just the defense is loaded, and they seem all in on this year. I wouldn't be surprised if they win it and then Stafford retires and McVay retires. Because McVay has talked about just like I don't think McVay is going to coach for a really long time.
Which is fascinating to me because he's like off to such a good start over the first like decade of his career. It's that whole thing is fascinating, but I do understand where you're coming from.
He's
with that.
in his mid-40s,
yeah,
and he's got a lot of money. He's still like, I mean, he can go enjoy.
But what's better than one Super Bowl? 2.
Exactly.
Once you get that second one, you're gonna be like, man, I think I can get a
what's
third.
What's better than 2 Super Bowls?
Yeah. If I was in his shoes and like you're still sort of young and you just won 2 Super Bowls, like I could see you just retiring.
Yeah.
Just being like, I was a really fucking
he'll just go do media and make $15 million a year doing that for 20 years. And
he's got 2 rings, relatively young.
Yeah.
Millionaire in wealthy, living in LA, and pretty good looking for his age. Like he can have a lot of fun at his.
Is he married or is he? I forget.
I believe he's either married or has like a supermodel girlfriend.
Which checks out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
He'll be. The point is, he's doing just fine.
He is. Yeah. He is doing just fine, and I could see him. He could be a guy that I think takes like a decade off, and then when he's like 60, he comes back. He's like, all right, I'll coach again.
It's like, okay, all right, stop blowing up my phone, people.
Yeah. And then, like, I could see him like doing like the Gruden path. Without the emails.
Hopefully not. Yeah, hopefully not.
Some of the Gruden path.
Yeah, and not getting like forced out the first time.
Yeah.
Which was still kind of wild. Because like the Bucks weren't that bad; they were just rebuilding. But anyways, I'm taking way too long. I'm sorry. I'm taking Rams to win the Super Bowl. At plus 550.
Nice.
Like
it.
All right, Jake, let's hear it.
Okay. I have a division winners parlay, and then I just have a bunch of kind of random bets that I picked. I didn't do any player futures. I just didn't see that many that I liked. But the first one I have, I did a Super Bowl finalist bet, and I did the Chiefs and the Rams at plus 3,200. I think the Rams are just too talented. Like I think it's either them or Seattle again in the NFC, but I think Los Angeles is obviously more talented going into this year. And then in the AFC, I don't really see a team in the AFC that stands out to me as like being capable of just running the conference like that. And I know the Chiefs, like Mahomes is coming off an injury, and Travis Kelce is 80 years old. I've yet to, like, when Mahomes is healthy in the playoffs, I've yet to see a team in the AFC, except for that 1 year of a Joe Burrow, take them out. And I just don't. I think if there's a team that I felt more confident about in the AFC, they could, like the Ravens or the Bills or Patriots. I don't feel especially great about any of those teams. Kind of similar to how the AFC was last year when it was wide open.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just think, like, I've seen the Chiefs do it so many times. I'm going back to them here. So Chiefs Rams Super Bowl at plus 3,200. And then I had a couple of win total bets.
Okay.
I cannot believe their win total is this low, but I bet the Cardinals over 3.5 wins at plus or it's at minus 136. I think this is just free money. Like, I know the Cardinals are a bad team, but I don't think they're 3-14 bad. Like, if you give me Jacoby Brissett or Carson Beck, I think they're going to get you 5 wins. And, like, this roster sucks. I'm not saying it doesn't suck, but they have some young talent on offense. The defense is going to suck, but they're not going to go 3-14. Like, I just don't think that's going to happen. And then I have, for Carolina, I have over 7.5. There's a lot of kind of idea that it was like a fluky season for them last year, which it might have been, but their division still sucks. I don't think Tampa Bay is going to be that good. I know they did just get Vita Vea back, but, like, I don't think they're going to be that good. I don't think there's a real strong contender in their division, so I think that's going to give them a little easier of a schedule. I could honestly see them doing the exact same thing they did last year, where they snuck into the playoffs with, I think it was 8 wins.
Yeah, 8 and 9.
Yeah.
Them and the Bucks were both at 8 and 9. So yeah.
Yeah, I could see that division going the exact same way this year. And then I had the Colts under 7.5 wins. This is the team I think was, yeah, I think the Colts were super fluky last year. And I don't know if I would have, like, I don't think Daniel Jones really turned a corner as much last year as I think he had kind of a fluky half-season run. I don't think they're going to be, like, bad necessarily, but I could definitely see them winning 6 games.
Yeah. Also, Shane Steichen's a genius. Like, we need to start.
What's up?
We need to start acknowledging that Shane Steichen's a genius.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This man has made Daniel Jones and Gardner Minshew look like high-end starting quarterbacks.
I was writing something about Michael Pittman Jr. the other day, and I was just looking back at the QBs he played with in Indianapolis, and it's a hilarious list. There's, like, Carson Wentz in there, Phillip Rivers twice.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan. Like, just a hilarious
disgusting quarterback
like
situation.
The amount of wins that team has come across the last few years, like, for the QBs they've had, is honestly impressive. Yeah. But I think they're going to suck with Daniel Jones this year. And then the last win total I had was the Steelers. I'm going over 8.5 wins.
Sticking with the old reliable.
This team's not, like, they're not going to do anything this year. I'm not saying they will, but they're not going to go 8 and 9. Like, it's just not going to happen. I know Tomlin's not there in, like, the non-losing season streak and all that, but they won 10 games last year. I don't think the AFC North is that much better, really. And they got, like, the roster depth-wise got a lot better, in my opinion. So I think this is another, like, 10-7 or 9-8 season. Probably another playoff exit, but, like, I could see them winning the division again. Like, they got better, and I'm not moved very much by Baltimore or Cincinnati. So those are my kind of random bet. Oh, I have one more, actually. Sorry. I took one team to make the playoffs. I took Minnesota at plus 154. I thought it was good odds, and I think Kyler Murray could have a nice year. He has a lot of weapons there, obviously. Good head coach, and I think he still has stuff left in the tank. I think he was just in Arizona, which is, like, football hell right now. But the division's going to be difficult, but I think at plus 154, it's pretty decent value. I could see them getting in as, like, a 7 seed or something. And then for my division parlay, I have I took the Patriots to win the AFC East at plus 125. I'm not a huge fan of the Bills this year. I took the Steelers to win the AFC North because it's at plus 510. I don't understand that. Baltimore lost a lot of starters in free agency. Cincinnati has Dexter Lawrence, but aside from that, their defense is very unproven. Like, they have the offensive talent, but I don't think they should be like almost plus 400 better odds than the Steelers. So at plus 510, I think it's a pretty decent value to take. I'm taking Jacksonville to win the AFC South at plus 245. Kansas City to win the AFC West at plus 160. I took the Cowboys to win the NFC East at plus 205. Detroit in the NFC North at plus 170. I went with Carolina in the NFC South at plus 310 because I thought the value was good. I don't think the Saints are a better team than them right now, and I don't think Tampa Bay is going to be that much better, if at all, than last year. And then the NFC West, I went with the Rams at minus 105. And those come out to plus 811,452.
Nice.
There's some long shots in there, but
yeah. All right, Shane, what do you got?
All right, let's get into it. So I'm going to start off here with let me actually see, how do I want to start? I'll do my 2 MVP picks first. Actually, I want to start there. So if I had to actually bet on it, which I am in this case, obviously, but my actual, like, the one I'm trying to predict truly, Lamar Jackson at plus 850.
Okay.
The last really 3 times that he's had a really good offensive, either cohesive system, whether it's the actual system or the players, or been able to be protected, he's either won the MVP or come very close. And I think that they did enough this offseason with the offensive line, with drafting Veguane, with bringing in Ethan Pochitz to hopefully replace Linderbaum at center well enough, because they weren't good with him last year anyway. Bring John Simpson back in the interior. The tackles are back. If he's protected, we've seen that it doesn't really matter that much what the weapons are around him. He will still put up MVP numbers. And I think this team with Jesse Minter as the head coach and Declan Doyle coming over from Ben Johnson's Bears last year, I think that offense could get real nasty and in a good way. Like, I think as long as Derrick Henry's still got the juice left, which he did last year at the end of the season still, this offense could put up 30-plus points, and Lamar could win the MVP for a third time. And then I'm with you, Dalton, on Dak. I think at plus 1,400, he's also a very nice bet to make, because if those receivers are healthy and the run game is still good with Javonte Williams and can take a little bit of pressure off of them, I think that they can repeat their offensive success and maybe even improve upon it if CD is healthy, which I know he wasn't for a lot of last year. So I like those bets for sure for MVP. For the Super Bowl, I'll do my Super Bowl winners. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's the Rams plus 500. Like, it would be a massive disappointment for them not to win the Super Bowl, which honestly is a rough position to start with in the NFL, but they set themselves up for this, right? Like, this has been the whole point of everything they've done, minus using the 13th pick on a second-round quarterback, but that's besides the point. I think everything else they've done this offseason points to them going all in for this year, so I think it makes sense to pick them there. If I was going to pick an AFC team right now, and this will lead into some other picks that you'll see from me, I'm kind of, even with the Higgins thing, I'm on the Texans right now. And I'll talk more about that in a little bit, but I have them at plus 1,800 to win the Super Bowl if an AFC team were to win. Again, I'll talk more about that in a little bit. For conference winners, again, I have the Texans. I picked them again, and then I have the Rams. Makes sense there. If I wasn't going to go with the Texans, again, I talked about the Ravens a little bit ago. I have them at plus 550 to win the AFC. I think that team, if Jesse Minter is what I think he can be for the defense, and Declan Doyle can do what I think he can do for the offense, that'll be 2 of the better coached offensive defenses in the NFL. So I'm excited to see what they can do there. Another pick for the potential NFC Championship, if the Rams somehow don't win it, I do think the Bears are going to be the ones who do. I think Seattle is still very good, but I have similar questions to you, Dalton, of like, What does that offense look like without Kubiak calling it? Can they replicate some of those things? Can they improve the run game a little bit without Kenneth Walker? I don't know about that. But I still think they're definitely in contention with McDonald running that defense. But I think the Bears' ceiling is about as high as anybody. I just wonder how close to that ceiling we get in year 2 with Ben Johnson. That's kind of the biggest thing there. I'll do my division winners here too, real quick. So I have the Patriots as the AFC East winner. I think even though there's going to be questions about can they replicate what they did last year, I think objectively they are a much better roster this year than they were last year. It's just whether they can replicate the wins that they came across last year. Probably not, but it might be enough to still edge out the Bills because they have their own things to figure out. So I still have them winning the AFC East. The Ravens, I have the AFC North winner again. I think they're the best team in the division pretty comfortably if the coaching is what I think it's going to be. So I just feel good about that one, unfortunately for me, I guess. Texans, I have winning the AFC South again. I think if the Texans have like the 14th best offense, they're going to win 12 or 13 games. That defense, I know like they were historically great last year. I think they are better this year from a talent perspective with what they added over the offseason, including having a legit third edge in Jadeveon Clowney who could still play very well. They have McPounder, Caden McDonald coming in as a rookie, who I think is going to help with some of the stoutness in the run defense that they had issues with last year. Secondary is still all there. Like, I don't really have a lot of questions about that unit at any level. So I think that they can be one of the 2-3 best defenses in the league again, and the offense is just pretty good. I don't think the AFC is strong enough for that, and the rest of the AFC South is strong enough. Unless the Jags, like, I know you said you're kind of a believer in Liam Cohen at this point, Dalton. It's not that I'm not. I just wonder that defense, the secondary in particular, if Travis Hunter isn't healthy and isn't legitimately good, it's a little concerning for me. And also the offense, that offensive line is kind of a question mark at almost every spot except for maybe like right tackle. Yeah. And
especially now Walker a little down.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's a lot. So I still think they'll be good, but I think the Texans could edge them out there. I have the Broncos winning as well. I think you had them too, Dalton, with the AFC West. They're just the most complete team. I think the Chargers, if everyone would stay healthy for ever with that team, have a higher ceiling, and obviously we know what the Chiefs are capable of. But I think the Broncos are just kind of built to win regular season games right now. We'll see if in the playoffs they can get the right matchups like they did last year up until the Patriots game when Nix was out to have success there. But I think they are built to win regular season games right now. I have the Cowboys winning the NFC East. I don't think the Eagles are going to be good enough offensively to win the division, frankly. You lose A.J. Brown. You're going to ask Jalen Hurts to play actual quarterback, and I don't think that's going to go particularly well. I think they're going to find out that they need to either not do that if they want to have success, or they're going to have to find a different answer at quarterback. So I have some concerns there. Right, of course, Mr. McKee himself, or Cole Payton. Yeah, you know. No, probably not right now. But yeah, I have the Cowboys. I think their defense just has to be okay. Like if that defense is like the 18th best defense instead of the worst defense, they're going to be just fine.
I think it will be too. I think it will be better. Like
they have enough talent to do it. Yeah, the talent is there enough to be a good defense if it's coached well by Christian Parker, which I think it will. I think he was a big addition there too. I have the Bears winning the NFC North. Again, talked about them. The ceiling is the highest in the division. I think the Lions, their defense just is never healthy, man. And unless it's going to be, which the safeties still are out right now, like I just don't know if their offense is good enough to just power them through the division, even as good as it is. Packers have their issues. Vikings, I'm hopeful that they're going to be more fun without 9 out there, but I don't know if that equals, good necessarily. I still have Tampa winning the division. This one's tough because I think if Jordan Tyson was ever going to play games, which it feels like until he does, it won't happen. I know that it's his rookie season, but he's already going to miss apparently a chunk of time to start the year. I just worry that team is a year away from being like actually a good team opposed to just a feisty one. And I think Tampa, with what they did in the offseason, who they added in the draft, I'm a big Ruben Bain fan. You guys know that. You said the same thing, Dalton. I feel like that defense will be better than it was last year, and the offense will be fine with Baker. So, and then, of course, the Rams I have winning because, of course, I do. All those together, though, is actually only plus 44,175. So not as Not as a little more shocked than you guys have with yours, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I do have a parlay though that you'll see in a minute. But I do have a couple team or player props here as far as like Dak. I have as the most regular season passing yards, a plus 650. That one feels good. He almost did this past year. I think I bet him last year to do it too. So you could see that happening again. I actually have Nico Collins to lead the league in receiving yards mostly because Jaden Higgins went down, and I feel like if the Texans' offense is going to be good enough to get them to where I think they could be, he's going to have to be the big reason why, and I think he could be. And then I have Bijan Robinson leading the league in rushing yards because look at who the quarterbacks are for the Falcons currently. Who would you rather hand the ball to or have the ball? Like who would you have the ball in the hands of? Him or anyone else? I will take Bijan in that one. And that's a plus 850. I have Ben Johnson win Coach of the Year at plus 1,500 because I think if the Bears win the division and go very far, I think he has a chance to do that. I also have Declan Doyle as the Assistant Coach of the Year. So another Ben Johnson tie there for the Ravens. I think if that offense goes back to being like MVP Lamar level offense, he could certainly win that award for sure. The last one I have before my big parlay, I have 6 teams to miss the playoffs because, as all of us know, about 5 or 6 teams every year who made the playoffs the year before missed them the next year. So I chose 6 teams that I think could fill that mold. Starting with the Eagles. Again, I kind of feel like this could be a down year for the Eagles again in a different way than last year where they still made the playoffs, but it was kind of shaky. I think that they might just miss it outright. Sorry, KC, I have the Niners to miss the playoffs. That team probably shouldn't have been in the playoffs last year, and good for them that they were able to hold it together, but I have a lot of questions about this team, even if they're healthy, and we all know they won't be. They aren't even really right now. Like, again, I know McCaffrey is apparently probably not actually hurt, but maybe just saw all the money that the running backs are making and might want some more of it is what I heard. And
he kind of did this last year, and then all of a sudden he was out for half the year, and you're like, what the hell?
So I think if he's healthy, that's great, but if he wasn't healthy, let's say he can't play, who plays running back for you right now?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah. So kind of a big part of the offense there. Some of these though I don't like because some of these are a little bit also one of them in particular is contradictory. I have the Jaguars that missed the playoffs, not because I think that they definitely won't, but because if a team from the AFC South isn't going to make it, I feel like it would be them because things could just not work out with some of the stuff they have going on defensively in the secondary. And also Trevor Lawrence was good last year. He still was shaky at times. He could turn on down the stretch. I still don't know if I trust him very much. Kind of in the same way that I don't know Dalton trusts Sam Darnold. A little different because Lawrence has had a little bit more consistency than him at times, but it's still a tough one. My Steelers, I don't think they're making it. First of all, I think the AFC North might get one team in, and they will get one team in with Ravens, I think, in my situation. Bengals might be able to find a spot because of the defensive improvements with Dexter Lawrence, and if Joe Burrow actually plays 14 games at least or something like that. But I think the Steelers will go around 9-8 and just not make the playoffs this time because the AFC North is a little bit better. The Packers. That offensive line is a complete disaster currently in terms of who even they want to play, let alone who's going to play. We don't know when Micah Parsons is going to be both back and fully healthy. Right now, it sounds like at least the first 5 games will be out, which that defense without Micah Parsons on it does not look very promising to me, especially in the back end. So they could be for a rough start. And then I know I picked them to win the division earlier, and this is the big contradictory one. If a team who made the playoffs last year doesn't make it, I weirdly enough from the AFC West, I don't think it's going to be the Chargers. I think they're going to get the 7th seed and lose in terrible fashion like they always do. I don't think they're not going to have the reprieve of we just had a down year at 8-9. We'll try again next year. They're going to get heartbroken again, unfortunately. Yeah. So I went with the Broncos. If something happens with them, if their defense does start to fall off finally, or if Bo Nix isn't good enough this year or whatever, or Sean Payton has to take play calling back 8 weeks into the season because that's not working out. I went with them. That's the one that's going to get me on this one if it doesn't hit. But those all together is a plus 7,725. So
nice.
Not too bad there for again. The Broncos, the one that I'm like, God, I'm probably wrong on that one, but we'll see. And my last one. This is the one. As far as parlays go, it's healthy. So I have a 6-leg parlay of award winners. So Justin Jefferson to win Offensive Player of the Year at plus 1,800. Give him a good quarterback, and when I say good, I mean not 9. I think we are in business and we have a shot here. Like, I think that that's possible. He could absolutely vault himself back into being the best receiver in the NFL again. Lamar Jackson plus 850 to win MVP. I mentioned that one earlier already. Will Anderson Jr. plus 750. I think Myles Garrett still being around complicates this a little bit, but I wonder if there's going to be so much going on with the Rams defense and so many guys producing that Garrett maybe doesn't have the same counting numbers he had last year, and therefore doesn't get that reward for second year in a row. I think that Will Anderson Jr. in most years would have been Defensive Player of the Year. It's just Myles Garrett broke the sack record, so you can't really not give it to him, even though that team is bad. So I have him at plus 750. I went with Jadarian Price for Offensive Rookie of the Year, just because of the combination of being on a good football team, which should be, even if it's a step down, like a good offense, and just the likelihood that he leads this team in touches as far as from the running back position. Jeremiah Love starting the season banged up is kind of only reason I don't have him picked here. If I knew he was going to be healthy, I feel like I would go with him, but take his teammate instead at plus 550. And then I have Reuben Bain Jr. to win Defensive Rookie of the Year at plus 470. I think he's going to be awesome, frankly, and put up enough statistical success to win this award. And then Aaron Donald to win Comeback Player of the Year, because I think he's coming back. And if he does and he's good, he's going to probably win it because of the story element there. So, and at least he actually is coming back. You know? Like, that would be in the good, like, it would be a good spirit of the award pick as well, and not like, this guy was terrible last year, now he's good. Whatever. But all 6 of those together is at let me make sure I have the number right here. Plus 48,317,268.
Oh my God.
Which means a $1 bet would pay out $483,173.68. So
I've never wanted a parlay to hit more in my life.
I know.
You're telling me.
I'm locked in on this. Yeah.
I might
Jefferson has 600 yards in 10 games next year. I'm going to cry.
I
might just tell that just to join in the fun.
Might have to.
I like that.
We all just got parlay mogged.
Yeah. I had one in the chamber.
You just dropped the bomb on it.
Once I found out I could parlay all those, I'm like, yep, I'm doing it.
My college conference parlay was only plus 9 million. So.
Yeah, you lost by about a factor of what, 6, 5, something like that.
5, yeah.
That's crazy.
I like that.
Wow.
All right, and that is the future. We just told the future is what we did.
That is
So, all right, we doing.
It's been a long show, but we can absolutely still do trivia.
You guys want to do trivia? You guys want to?
Yeah, we'll fly through it.
All right,
do our best. All right.
Yeah.
Let's pull her up here. So I have a fun one. So,
all right, here we go. Let me get my notepad out.
Now, right off the bat, it's gonna look a little different. Only 4 questions per category, of course.
Okay.
In honor of Jaden Daniels. Don't want to, I don't want to step on any toes here, so I had to do 4.
We have not checked in with his mom yet, so we don't know if we can.
Yeah.
But I stuck to 4. So we're okay. And of course, one of our categories is Jaden 5 Daniels. It will be all Jaden Daniels questions. So that one's pretty self-explanatory. College football records, fun one. Okay. And then we have a little ref guess category here. So we're gonna have 4 different football reference pages, pro football reference pages that I'll pull up. Hopefully it's not too janky getting it up and down, but we'll figure that out when we get there. Because I had to do it in a little bit of a weird way, but we'll get there. But yeah, that's our categories, guys. Any questions about that?
Do we get the years on those? Like, do we get what year?
Yes, it'll have everything except basically the player's name, obviously, because you can't see that. Like, you'll have all the relevant information about the player. Cool. Yeah. So,
is it going to have the team abbreviation? Or
yes, you'll know the teams too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This one's not too. Yeah, you'll get the pick. Like, you'll know everything you need to know. Now, if I bring this back. We might do variations of it throughout. Like this one is just straight up like this is their reference page without stuff you would need to know their like what I mean. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
But
cool.
Yeah, if you guys are good, we can start with Jaden 5 Daniels.
Yep, let's go.
Good.
All right. If everybody has their bets, and of course we all know the rules of this game, how it works. Dalton,
nobody's allowed to bet 5 on this category, by the way.
I will say that I think that's good.
I almost did it, but out of respect, I didn't.
Out of respect for Jaden Daniels, I'm going to bet 2.
You might have to do that. Yeah. All right. You guys good?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. How many game-winning drives does Jaden Daniels have through his first 2 NFL seasons? But and his first 2 seasons in the NFL. How many game-winning drives does Jaden Daniels have through his first 2 seasons? Only 24 starts so far, so keep that in mind. If that gives you guys a good idea, at least helps you out a little bit.
I got my answer.
I got mine.
This is all just all these are regular season stats. Just by the way, just throwing that out there.
Gotcha.
Just so you know. All right, everybody have an answer?
Yeah.
All right, Lisa, let's start with you.
Out of respect, I went with 5.
So without respect, because you went with 5.
Yeah.
So okay, Dalton.
Yeah, I bet 1, and I also went with 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what'd you bet? Sorry.
I bet 1. Yeah, sorry about
okay.
that. Yeah.
Jake, what do you got?
I bet 2, and I went with 6.
Okay. All right. So the answer is 4. 4 out of respect for Jaden Daniels. 4 guys. 4. Anyway, so you and Dalton Casey had 1 that you bet, right?
Yep.
And then Jake, you said you bet 2.
Wow. Yeah, I'm already in last.
Okay, already in last.
Let's go.
All right. Next question. When you guys are ready.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. How many times has Jaden Daniels thrown at least 3 touchdowns in the NFL? How many times has Jaden Daniels thrown at least 3 touchdowns in the NFL? So not 3 total touchdowns, thrown 3 touchdowns. Just want to make sure we're on the same page there. Because he do be running around.
He do be.
All right, everybody have an answer?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Sir Jake this time. What do you got for me?
I bet 2 again, and I went with 8.
8?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Okay. Dalton, what do you got?
I bet 1, and I went with 9.
Okay. And Casey?
I also went with 1, but I said 8 as well, Jake.
Okay. So we got 2 8s and a 9, right?
Yep.
All right. Well,
I think
it's 4.
I gave him too much
out of
credit.
respect.
Damn, I gave him way too much credit.
Yeah, I gave him way too much credit.
Damn.
Again, out of respect, it's 4 times.
Wow.
So far, my takeaway from this is that
don't say that.
Jaden Daniels is not as good as we've been made to believe.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm willing to go there yet, Dalton, but he's only played 24 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that.
He
3 touchdowns is not that
a top 10 quarterback though in the league.
He played like one as rookie. Now last year, question marks, but that team also stinky. To be fair. All right, so again, 4 and 4.
Okay.
How many times does Jaden Daniels rush for over 75 yards in the NFL? So how many games has he done that for?
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
All right. Casey, let's start with you again here.
I went with 4.
Okay.
I bet 1.
You bet 1? Okay.
Yep.
Dalton?
I bet 1 and also went with 4 because I'm wondering if this is a bit.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah.
I almost bet more, but then in my head, I'm like, let me just see if this is a bit or not. Let me run an experiment.
Jake, what's your answer?
Yeah, I thought it was a bit, but not in that way. I bet 1 and I put 5 just because I feel like one of these has to be 5.
All right. Well, again, it's 4.
All right.
Don't say.
Dalton, I was thinking. That's
okay,
why I
so
said
now
don't
is it?
say anything. Hold on. All right. I have a proposal.
So now, is it bad if I bet everything on 4?
Well, hold on.
Hold on.
Shane, I have a proposal. The last answer is 4. Can we all just double our points right now? I think we're all.
What'd you say?
If the last answer is 4, because I feel like we're all about to go all in.
I'm not telling you the answer.
I'm not going all in. I think he's playing. He's trying to play me.
I'm not telling you the answer.
All right, here we go.
You guys bet what you want to bet.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
You good, Dalton?
Yep.
How many times has Jaden Daniels attempted at least 35 passes in an NFL game?
Fuck, he's playing mind games with me now.
How many times has Jaden Daniels attempted at least 35 passes in the NFL?
This is a sick form of torture.
This could. I'll just actually. I'm not
Jake, just put the answer, dude. Don't even. You're gonna make me second guess my answer. Just no one.
Well, I already have mine. All
right. I think we're all good.
Is everybody good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, Jake, what do you got?
I bet 1 and I went with 4.
Okay.
It feels like this one happened 4 times.
And also went with 4.
Okay.
Same.
Right. Does everybody bet 1?
Yep. This is 5.
Well, guess what? It's 6.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Out of respect for Jaden Daniels, it wasn't 4. It wasn't 5. It was 6.
See,
And
that took
you
a
guys
turn.
were smart.
Yeah.
You guys were smart not to bet at all because
I was thinking of it, but I was like, I know Shane is like planning for this exact situation.
Yep. And I was.
He outsmarted me because I didn't even think that. I didn't even think there was a number after 5, honestly.
Yep. There isn't, depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
Specifically, if you ask Jaden Daniels, no. But, yeah. So that was my fun category. I'm glad we had fun with that. And I didn't kill you guys too badly with it. So that was fun. It could have been a lot worse. Sorry, Jake. You got the brunt of that one.
Hey, I got 2 categories to fight back.
That's true. No, but yeah, I looked at them like I found 3 stats that I can answer 4 with, and 1 was 6. I'm like, yes, this is going to be my category for this. Like I knew I had to do the Jaden Daniels thing. So here we go. But now we're on to normal trivia. I promise there's no bits here anymore as far as anything to do with Jaden Daniels. But when you guys are ready, let's move on to college football records.
Yep.
Great.
All right. Of the 10 quarterbacks with the highest career passing efficiency rating, a number I still don't fully understand, but college uses for whatever reason, 8 of them played primarily for either Ohio State, Oklahoma, or Alabama. Name one of the 2 who primarily played elsewhere. So there's 10 quarterbacks. Of the top 10 quarterbacks that have the highest career passing efficiency rating, again, so still don't know how that number exactly works out, but just the most efficient passers in the career. 8 of them played for one of these 3 schools. Name one of the 2 that did not play primarily, again, for these schools.
Oh, so you're looking for the player. Okay.
Yes, the player.
I was about to write down the school.
Oh.
No. Sorry, Jake. Yeah. It said name one of the 2 who primarily played elsewhere.
No, it just clicked in my head. This has to be.
This is career, not like a single season or anything like this. Career passing efficiency. So think about that. Like it doesn't necessarily like your answer might not change necessarily. Jake, but, yeah.
So it's not like just one season. It's like
you'd have to have a certain amount of attempts. But like
maybe I should just
the
answer. The question.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah. Again, these players primarily played not.
Do we know what the qualifying number of attempts is?
I think I can pull it up, but both the possible answers, they have plenty of pass attempts. Is one way to think about it. Like if you're worried about that, like they played enough games where it was like they all have had at least 2 full seasons of starting, if that makes sense. So I'll say that.
I'll stick with my answer, but I might be wrong now.
Yeah, then I might be wrong as well.
Yeah, but I'm sticking with my answer.
I don't remember if my guy had 1 or 2 seasons.
Can I change my answer real quick?
Well, we haven't moved on yet, so yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, might. I just can't think of anybody else, so.
All right, I have my next answer.
Yeah.
I have my.
I'm sticking with mine.
All right, 1 second here. I'm gonna pull something up because I want to answer that for you real quick. So it's minimum 325 career pass attempts. But
okay.
all of the quarterbacks in this have more than that.
Yeah.
Like that's But you guys all have an answer then?
Yeah.
All right. Let's start with Casey. What do you got?
Doug Flutie.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, Dalton.
I bet 2, and I went with Joe Burrow.
Okay,
Oh, son of a bitch.
Jake, what do you got?
I bet 1. I also went with Joe Shiesty.
Joe Shiesty. Okay. Well, the answer is Joe Burrow or Grayson McCall, weirdly enough. Right? Coastal Carolina quarterback for a long time, and then North Carolina State after that for like 2 games. Casey, how many did you bet? Sorry?
1.
Okay, so down to 35.
Those 2 dudes were not even in my head. I'm not even going to lie to you.
You did you bet 1 or 2?
I bet 2.
2, okay. So you were at 40.
Yeah.
So you'll go up to... Why can't I think of it?
50.
Look, it's doubled, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's, sorry.
60.
Yeah.
Or
60.
Yeah. And then, Jake, you just bet 1, right?
Yeah, I only bet 1.
Okay.
Wait, wouldn't I be at 60 then?
Oh, no, yeah, because you bet 2.
Yeah,
so you
Dalton's
get
at
to...
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
I thought he
60.
bet 1. That was my fault.
It's doubled, yeah.
Yeah, we got it right. Anyway, I
Stacey
knew the
has
math
an
was off
agenda.
there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're up to 30 then, Jake. And then, Casey, you're down to 35. Okay.
The Jane Daniels numbers got my brain scrambled.
Jane Daniels numbers got your brain scrambled. That's what happens. All right, everybody good for the next question here with your records?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who holds the FBS record for most receptions in a single season? Who holds the FBS record for most receptions in a single season?
I feel like this is going to be like a trick question somehow.
I wouldn't call it a trick question at all.
Do we have to know the year?
No, just the player.
Okay.
So that you have to know the player who did it. If you
Okay, I
know
have
the
fun.
year, cool. If you know the total, that's even cooler. But you just got to know the player. I, unfortunately, and this is not a good thing, could have told you all those things because I'm weird.
It's going to be somebody that I like haven't heard of or something. Like I just feel like not a trick question, but it's going to be like somebody who like didn't do that well in the NFL or something.
Does everybody have an answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went with the
Well,
random.
Jake, not to spoil anything, I don't know if this will really help you, but you certainly know this player. So I'll say that much. So we'll see in a second.
Well,
that doesn't really narrow it down too much.
That could be a good thing.
We'll see. All right, let's actually start with Jake here. Who do you have this year?
I went Devontae Adams, and I bet
Okay.
1.
Bet 1. Okay.
I feel like he got a lot from Derek Carr.
Fair. Dalton?
I bet 2 and with Justin Jefferson.
Ooh, okay. And Casey?
I went with 1. I went Julio Jones.
All right, some heavy hitters here.
Ooh.
So the answer, though, and Dalton and Jake are going to know this player well, is Zay Jones.
Ooh.
158 for the East Carolina Pirates in 2016.
158?
I love that for him.
That's hilarious.
This is what
Brother
I was
catching
I guess
passes.
he did do fine in the NFL, but this is what I was saying. It was going to be some guy that I would never have thought of.
No.
What school did
Boy,
he go
Zay
to?
Jones. East Carolina Pirates, baby.
Yeah.
So,
Zay Jones is not on my radar. I was between
158
and Larry
receptions.
Fitzgerald.
Yeah, they were chucking passes that way.
That's a stupid amount. 158 in 12 games. I mean, that's
insane.
That's insane.
him and Justin Hardy were both just sucking up receptions for East Carolina in the mid 2010s. Like those two were just ridiculous. Anyway, so Casey, remind me of your points again, or what you bet.
1.
1. Dalton, was it 2 for you or 1?
2, yeah.
2, okay. And then Jake, what was it again for you?
Just 1.
Just 1, okay. All right. Are we ready for question 3 with college football records?
Yes.
Yeah.
Navy's Keenan Reynolds holds an 11-touchdown lead for first place in career FBS rushing scores. Who is the player in a distant second place? Keenan Reynolds, 88 rushing touchdowns, by the way. Ridiculous. In 4 years. It wasn't even one of those weird, because it's Navy. So it was 4 years. Who is second place on the all-time list?
I have mine.
Wait.
I have mine.
I'm changing mine.
A lot of good college running backs to choose from.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, everybody have an answer?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's start with Casey.
I went with Derrick Henry, and I bet 1.
Okay. Dalton?
Bet 2, I went with Rashad Penny.
Ooh, that's a good
Ooh,
one.
I like
Fun
that.
one. And Jake, what do you got?
I went 1, and I went Ricky Williams.
Ooh, all fun names here. Unfortunately, everyone was wrong here. We have Monte Ball of Wisconsin.
Okay.
77 rushing touchdowns. Monstrous college running back, as Wisconsin running backs tend to be.
Yeah.
At least for a while there.
Yeah. Penny had the yards title at one point, didn't he?
He ran for 2,000 yards, but he only started, I think, 1 season.
Yeah.
So that was his.
They had another.
Donnell Pumphrey is the leading rusher in college history, but you think he's like 15 touchdowns behind Ball for second place.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
No. At least it wasn't one of the other 2 names that I had written down.
Okay.
For that. Had Barry Sanders at one point.
I mean, 1 season he had 37 touchdowns in 1 year, so it was that.
Yeah. And
Still
Toby Gerhart at one point.
Good old Toby.
Oh, yeah.
Good old Toby. Yeah, it's fun.
It was like I would have known that if I would have remembered that.
Yeah. So what did everyone bet against? Sorry, I was too busy.
1.
1.
1 and 2. Okay. So, all right. All right, everybody ready for this next one?
Yes.
All right. Who holds the record for most sacks in a season at the FBS level? And for an extra 2 units, so just add it on to whatever you have, plus whatever you got there. How many sacks did this player have that season? So who holds the record for most sacks in a season at the FBS level? And if you want to, and no reason not to throw it out there, for an extra 2 units, how many sacks did this player have that season? And I'm going to throw you guys a bone. I don't know if it will truly help you at all, but this player played 1 season of FBS football.
Oh, shit.
They only had 1 season at the FBS level as a senior. So they showed up one time and said, fuck all y'all, I'm breaking a record and leaving.
I have my guess, but I don't think I have another.
Actually, let me do something real quick because I'm getting conflicting information now.
Uh-oh.
So he's only credited with 1 year on College Football Reference, but he did play for his team for his whole career, but he only has stats for 1 year. I'm not sure if it's because this team might not have been considered FBS level until 2005 when this season happened, if that also helps anybody.
Oh, shit.
But so you might want to not worry too much about that.
2005.
He got another little piece of information because College Football Reference lied to me.
So you said 2005?
This season happened in 2000. This was a 2005
Holy
season.
shit, I'm way off. Okay, I gotta.
Yeah,
So,
I was off.
because they
God.
messed me up, and you guys know that now. If that helps you out, awesome.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to think of somebody.
Yeah, this was a 2000. This is the 2005 season that this season.
Okay, I think I might. Maybe I have it.
I actually think I know who this might be now that you gave me that hint.
Okay, I hope that that's the case for everybody. And again, guess how many sacks that they had too, so you can get the extra points if you get it right.
Okay, I have a guess.
I can't think of this dude's name. I have it.
All right, everybody have a guess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me pull this back up actually real quick. Okay. Let's start with you, Jake. What do you got?
So I originally wrote Khalil Mack, and then you said the 2005 thing, so I crossed it out, and I wrote Terrell Suggs, and I guessed 18.5.
Okay.
Honestly, I have no idea. I was trying to think of somebody that was like back then.
Okay. Dalton.
Right. So I went with Mario Williams. I said 27.
Ooh.
Big total and a big boy. Casey, what do you got?
I originally went with Khalil Mack as well, but I could not think of another guy from that era. So I kept racking my brain. So I just kept with Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
I'm at 14.
Okay.
Sacks.
I was trying to think for so long. The only person I could think of was Suggs. That was like the only one that came to my mind.
Can everyone remind me of their bet again, real quick?
1.
I bet 1.
I bet 2.
Okay, I'm just going to do this real quick before I reveal the answer.
Who was that white dude that played for the Vikings defensive end?
Jared Allen?
I was thinking Jared Allen too.
He would have been in college a lot earlier than
I know, but he kept popping up in my head. I was like, no, there's no way it was that time frame.
Because it's funny, you said who's that guy that played for the Vikings, and meanwhile before that he had like an 8-year career in Kansas City.
Yeah, I know.
He was very good. Yeah, where he was very good. The actual answer, Elvis Dumervil.
Ooh.
With 20 sacks for Louisville in 2005.
Louisville was FBS before 2005.
See, that's the thing. That's what I kind of thought too. But it's only showing 1 season stats for Elvis Dumervil, despite the fact he definitely played snaps before 2005. So something's up with that. Not sure what it is. Point is, he is the all-time leader in a season for sacks with 20. And then surprised in the NFL, even though I wouldn't call it a surprise because they're going to 20 sacks, but only went in the 4th round because he's 5'11".
Yeah.
Short kings always win.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Right.
So Louisville's been in FBS since 1962.
Okay, so College Football Reference is just bullshitting me then. I don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, or they just didn't count Elvis Dumervil for 3 years. I don't know what that was about. Whatever. Anyway. That is the right answer, though. I promise you. So we're good there. All right. So for this next one, it's going to get a little bit more complicated. So I'm going to pull up the question here, but it's just going to say whose, Football Reference page is this, basically. And then I'm going to add a picture of the reference page to our stream here then, so that we can all see it. Because if I try to do it through the game, as I told all of you beforehand, it just looks completely like you can't read it at all. So we'll sort that out as we go. But the first one I have ready to go when you guys are ready.
Yep.
Good.
All right. So again, who's PFR Pro Football Reference page of this? And I'm going to add the first one here. Let me get to it.
I missed the coin flip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me make sure that I have the right one up. Okay. All right, let me. So you guys can see. Can you guys see this well enough to read it?
Yes.
I know exactly who this is.
Okay.
Oh
I should have bet more.
All right. When you guys have an answer, I'll bring us all back up and you let me know.
I'm good. There's one reason I know who this is, and it's an extremely frustrating reason.
Oh yeah, I can see the play in my head.
Yeah,
Thinking about Jake, it's playing in both of our heads right now, and we're both just internally screaming. And I did wager a good amount, so
all right, this should be fun.
I should have bet more, honestly. As soon as I saw it, yeah.
I had a system for today's categories.
Dang, I didn't realize he was an All-Pro twice. Oh no, that's Offensive Player of the Year, the second one. But
he was good.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was an All-Pro.
Casey, you got this, right?
I have an answer. I don't have the person. It's blanking in my mind.
All right, let me.
Yeah, this one was kind of like Jake and I did have the Raiders. That one Raiders year did give Jake and I.
All right.
Yeah, that Raiders year did a huge.
All right, let's see, Jake. What do you got?
I should have bet more, but I bet one, and I put Deshaun Jackson.
Okay.
Oh my God.
All right. Dalton?
At 3, and I said D-Jax.
All right. And
wrong answer.
Dalton.
I gave the wrong answer. I just said Terrell Owens because I couldn't think of the guy.
Terrell Owens.
Yeah.
I wish T.O. was in a Raider uniform of some
Yeah,
point.
that'd been electric. It is, in fact, Deshaun
The man
Jackson.
who literally ran the wrong way after catching a deep ball.
Oh my God.
You said you bet. Did you bet 3 or 5, Dalton?
I bet 3.
Okay, cool.
And that's the game, folks.
And Jake, you said you bet 1?
Yeah, I only bet 1.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to just start letting it ride. I think.
It's what times 3, right?
Yeah. So you had 30. You bet 15 units, and you got 75 back, or times 5. Sorry, it's times 5.
It's times 5.
Yeah, for this last one's times 5. That's why you're at 90.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I got that one right. In the Casey, how many did you bet? Sorry.
1.
1. Okay. All right. Everybody good? Everybody happy with their points? Did I do anything wrong?
Oh yeah.
Nope, we're good.
Okay. All right. Before I get to this next one, let me make sure I have the one I want up next ready to go. Yep, I know which one is which. Cool. All right. Let's go to. Again, we're going to go with whose page is this again, of course. And we have. Should be this one here.
Quarterback. All right.
Ooh.
Give you all some time to check it out.
Oh man.
Easy one.
Oh, that does not sound good.
I think I have
no
it.
idea
I'm kind of pissed I didn't.
Oh.
If this
Oh
is
wait.
what
I
it
think I know
is.
who this is. I think I know who this is.
Fuck! I should have bet more on this one.
Okay, I'm good.
Does everybody have an answer?
It took me a second.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let me get this off the screen. Oh, sorry, Casey.
Oh, gosh.
Had you on single cam there. All right, everybody have a guess for me here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's start with Casey, actually. Let's start at the top here.
Is it old butt fumble himself, Mark Sanchez?
How many did you bet, Casey?
1.
1. Okay. Dalton, what do you
I
got?
got 3, and I also went with the Sanchez.
All right. All right.
The Sanchez.
That's what they called him in Philly.
They did call him the Sanchez. Jake, what do you got?
I bet 2, and I went Mark Sanchez.
All right. Yeah, it's Mark aggravated assault Sanchez.
I forgot about that.
Did you say you bet one?
Yeah.
Okay. Mark, don't let him outside at night in Indianapolis, Sanchez.
No, you said you bet 3 again?
Yep.
Damn. I was going to... Damn. Okay, I'm going to have to just
How much you bet, Jake?
I bet 2.
2, okay. All right.
Damn, okay, we're going to have to let it ride.
All right. I like this one so far. I think we're going to have to keep doing this one sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll just throw this up, and then we're going to get number 3 here ready to go, which this one's going to be fun, I think.
Oh, God.
Make sure I have it right.
I'm waiting for one where it's like 18 teams on it.
We don't have 18 teams on anybody, just because unless you're Josh Johnson, you're not going to get close to that one. But you can get pretty close. But all right, let's pull the image up here. Yep, there we go, and blow it up. Let everybody check it out.
Oh man, I'm cooked. I went all in on the wrong one.
You don't know that yet. You gotta think about it. Give yourself.
I don't know who this is. I should know because there's 2 All Pros on there, but
2 banger seasons.
416 rushes. Holy shit!
2 absolutely banger seasons surrounded by a lot of
fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah. I mean, he only had 457 touches in 2007 or 2006? No, that's not too many, right?
I didn't realize he was in the league that much long after those 2 big years.
Most people don't.
I did not know he was still kicking in 2011.
Well, clearly Dalton knows who this is.
I think I have a guess, but I think I might be in the wrong era. No, I'm scrambled on my years.
Well, all right. Jake, do you have an answer yet?
No, I have no idea who this
You're
is.
good. I just want to.
I'm trying to just think of somebody who played for the Chiefs back then. Dude, I was 6 years old when he had 416 attempts. That's insane.
Yeah. Some people were, being 6 years old. Other people were toting the rock 416 times,
Yeah. I was toting it 416 times in 6th grade or 6th grade PE and stuff.
I bet, yeah. As we all were.
Okay, I'm just gonna write a name down. Okay, I'm good. I don't know if this is the guy. I might be cooked.
All right. Casey, let's start with you.
I went with Priest Holmes, and I bet 3.
Okay.
Good guess. A little better.
Good guess.
Yeah.
Jake?
I bet 5, and I went also with Priest Holmes. That was the only Chief I knew.
Yep. And then Dalton, why don't you let us know?
Priest Holmes was just before this era.
Yeah, that's
I bet 3, and it was Penn State legend Larry Johnson.
And in fact, it is Larry.
Oh, it's so over.
I can see him running down the sideline now.
Priest Holmes was actually the reason why Larry Johnson waited until 2006 and 2005, 2006 to be the main guy there. But yeah, those 2 were putting up numbers in the early to mid 2000s for the Chiefs.
Little kid Dalton absolutely was sick that Larry Johnson picked up those numbers for the Chiefs.
I bet you were.
After watching him at Penn State and then watching him go to the Chiefs while Justin Fargas for the Raiders just plods ahead for.
That's right.
That's a name.
My boy Justin.
I have no.
14 Raiders team in 2006.
God.
Yeah.
Casey, how many did you bet? Sorry.
3.
All right. You said you bet 5, right, Jake?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, you know what? You can get a lot of points still in this last one if you know it. And then Dalton, did you bet 3 again?
You said 3 again. Yep.
3 again. All right.
What's the max that you can bet with 50.
10.
Is that just 5?
10.
That's
10.
Okay.
Because each one is 5. Where each
I'm gonna have to just go
unit's
all in.
worth 5. Yeah. All right.
Jake, I think we're in the same boat, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so you might
Let
as
it
well go
fly.
for it, bro.
I am.
Dalton could bet, fucking, I don't even know how many units.
It got close last
42
week.
units. 42 units.
Wait, what's the highest Jake?
So
can
the highest
get
Jake
to?
could get if he bet all
I'm gonna
10
bet
of
all
his
10.
units, right? So if he bet all 10, he would get 250 back. So his score would be 250.
Okay, so I can clutch up.
Okay.
Hold on. So
Oh no, sorry. Wait, hold on.
that's
This
5
is times
units.
5. So it'd be no, because now you guys are messing me up. Hold on. Let me think about the math for this for a second. No, it'd be 250. Yeah. Because 5 times, so each unit's the most you can get off. Like if you bet 1 unit, it would be 25 points is what you'd get. So you do that times 10, it'd be 250.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was right. So the most he could get is 250 points if he gets this right. So you would just have to bet enough and get it right to get to 255 or more. Or if it's 250, I'll come up with something. Whatever. But Casey, yeah, you just bet them all just so you can see if you can win.
Yeah, that's
more points.
I just want to make sure.
I get where you're. Because you need to know
to get it right and not. Yeah.
All right. Does everybody know what they're betting?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Pull this up, and I'll get you guys the last one.
Oh.
What years was that?
Oh, I know it.
You knew I had to sneak a Steeler in here somewhere, so
I was waiting for when
one.
it was coming.
I did not know he had a year with the Eagles where he played 2 games. I didn't know.
Nobody
about that
does.
part.
Because he didn't really, as you could tell, he didn't really do anything.
Yeah, that's really having me. The Ravens years too are even like maybe in this a little bit.
Jake just had an epiphany over there.
I think I know who it is, but if Dalton also knows, then it's not going to matter.
But hey, you guys could both have.
I think I actually do know who it is.
I'm questioning it. So
I just remembered him playing for the Ravens. I think I have like a visual of that in my head.
Yeah, that's wild. I don't remember that at all.
Well, I remember the Steelers also, but that was the only other. Yeah, I'm good.
All right, Casey, do you have an answer for us?
So give me like.
No, you're good. I just wanted to make sure that you weren't just like silently like, I got this shit.
No.
It's Antonio Brown.
I'm relying solely on the Steelers, Dolphins, Vikings pipeline part of this.
Okay.
This is gonna piss me off, dude.
I didn't realize. If I'm right, I didn't realize this guy played until 2018. To be honest, I honestly thought he like retired in 2016 or something.
Fair enough.
The whole theme of this one's like this guy had like 3 really good years and then just disappeared into obscurity for the next like
all right,
6 years.
I don't have a right answer, but I just threw a name down.
All right.
Could be a right answer.
It's not.
You never know. Casey, let's start with you, actually.
Antonio Brown, shout out.
Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown. Where's he at? No one knows. Dalton. Probably not. All right, Dalton, what do you got?
I bet 3, and I said Mike Wallace.
All right. And Jake, what do you got?
Dalton won because I bet 10, but I also said Mike Wallace.
And the answer, everyone, is in fact Mike Wallace.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mike Wallace.
Casey, you bet all your points?
Yeah.
So 0. I don't know. Dalton, you did.
Should have bet a little.
You did end up getting. Was it 260? No, it would be 270. Sorry. So
Yeah,
Oops,
I
sorry.
should have bet more. I should have bet more just to get 300.
And then Jake, you bet all yours, so you end up at 250, right?
Yeah.
What a game! That was interesting.
Yeah.
Two really high scores at the end.
I could not believe I can go from 50 to 250 on the last question.
That's why it's
That's
fun.
crazy
at the
that it's
end,
like still
because
like I still had it. I got like one thing right before that.
that's the point. Like you can really like if you get into a groove, like you can figure it out at the end. You get a lot, and that's why like it kind of incentivizes you to bet a lot of points because you don't lose that much for getting it wrong, but you can still gain a ton back. So it just makes the end of the game a lot more interesting. But all right, Dalton, congratulations.
Congrats, Dalton.
Thank you.
I think we'll definitely bring back the ref guess. I'll make them a little harder next time. I wanted
that.
I wanted to start off a little bit like more play like Larry Johnson. I knew was like a weird enough one where like if basically it was coming down to like does Dalton have a fond memory of Larry Johnson or not? Yeah. And that's kind of what it, like I'm like is he gonna know this or is he not? And if he did, he did.
Yeah. I couldn't get 3 songs out of my head.
Those are like my earliest memories of Penn State are like Larry Johnson and Zach Mills.
I was like, I wonder if Johnson is in his wheelhouse of like, would he know him super well and know his career? And I wasn't sure. So now I know. Off to Jake, I can't really Sac State. I don't know. I don't know if I can find one for you.
No,
Casey, I can obviously find some for you.
Yeah.
But
we have like a couple NFL guys.
Yeah, we'll have to say.
It's a few
I think that was a good one, but
yeah, it was fun.
Long show, but a big show.
Yeah.
Futures.
Futures, yeah. All right. I guess we will go ahead and end. Anyone else have any other bets or anything? Nope. All right. I think we are good. We will see you guys next week, 9:30, I believe. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. And home run parlay out tomorrow?
Yeah. Why not? Yeah, we can do it. Yeah, we'll do one. Yeah.
We hit one of them if you straight bet those.
South Stewart.
South Stewart hit one. So we'll have another one. So be on the lookout for that tomorrow. We do appreciate you guys watching. Like Shane said, I know it's a long show, but we got our futures out of the way for the seasons coming up next. Like I think we have 1 or 2 more episodes for college football. I think it's just 1 or 2 episodes, and then 3 before the NFL, 3 or 4. So be on the lookout for that. We're almost there, everyone. Just hang in there. A couple more weeks. But we will see you guys next week, 9:30.